And a very good welcome to everybody tonight. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are inside a pre-scrim for the ones. We are starting our pre-scrims for PUBG Africa. Sorry, I just had to adjust something there in the background. And also, for the first time, we're going to have a Viking joining us as well as a co-caster. What's up, Viking? How are you doing, bud?
No, good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun tonight. Obviously, the teams that are competing tonight, the 16 teams that we've got in our lobby right now, are going to be competing for a top 10. The top 10 will advance their way into Sunday Scrims, which will then make up 16 teams on Sunday as well. Obviously, based on your elo, will dictate where you are, why you are playing in the pre-scrim. So according to the registrations obviously that we got, we have obviously the last 16 teams that are in our lobby will be playing for a top 10 spot into the Sunday Scrims, which, you know, gives also a little bit of opportunity for these teams, Vikings, for, you know, that maybe the weaker teams, if we're going to call it, you know, they're not the most experienced teams, to have a little bit more leeway. And
No, definitely.
Definitely will be, but yeah, they obviously, for them, they don't have to worry about, you know, the likes of Sinister 5, Inexorable Gaming, the main team. So what are you expecting from today?
I mean, I honestly don't know. It's been a while since we've had some of the lower tier teams fight it out. You know, I think I can already see some teams taking some looting areas, which usually are being taken by some of the stronger teams. So I think definitely people going out of their way, maybe playing a more of the style that they are used to playing their type of games. You know, not getting forced into certain situations. So that it's going to turn out very interesting.
Yeah, 100%. We can see the drops coming in here. We got obviously our two new, one of our new teams here of the Red Shadow X jumping in Impala here alongside Rusty Squad here. So you can see Franny, Serenity, Bose Meister, and Born Slippy all sitting inside here. We got also the new team, as I said, the Red Shadow Squad. Going to be interesting to see what they do as well. It's good to see new teams coming into our scene as well. In the bottom, we have also Team Wolves, which we don't often see in our scrims on Sundays. But we got Shadow Warrior, Griffin, I think it is Bad Girl, and Millie, all sitting inside just on the south of Los Leones. So good to see them coming to join. I know they join on the Lethal Squad side of things most of the time on Thursday evenings, but good to see them coming in through. And they also got a good zone as well. Zone has gone shifted down to the south here, and we've got Los Leones still in play here. We got also, I think we also have a new team, also Sick Daddy Club as well, Viking, joining us this evening.
Yeah, we haven't seen them in quite a while. I think they've played like since I don't think we've seen them since the African League that we've hosted.
Yeah, I think we had them in a couple of scrims, and then obviously they're busy in search for a new player. They need a fourth as well, so hence why they haven't really been coming to our scrims as well, due to the rules and all sorts of things. So they are in search of a fourth player as well. So guys, hit them up if you're looking to get into a PUBG competitive scene. A very well-rounded team, Redak, Bluff, and Wally, been in the scene for ages as well, and a good set of players as well to be around as well. So if you are looking for a competitive team, definitely hit them up. And we're looking around now to see who else is jumping where. We got obviously Against All Odds, who's sitting in Los Leones with the two men there, Slothy Monkey and Deathmog, sitting in the bottom there. We also got PV Gaming coming back as well, which is great to see as well. They also got quite hectic schedules with work and all sorts of things as well. So good to see PV Gaming back as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think bringing a different time into our scrims now again, it will give people that aren't really available on Sundays the opportunity to join back and come and join the scrims that we have again.
Yeah, 100%. It's good because now it kind of also Tuesdays, as we said, is a pre-scrim, so kind of, you know, allows these teams to do something a bit different than what they normally used to, and I'm sure that we're going to see some good action as well. We also got a new team here just coming out of Picado. They landed on Picado, having a little bit of difficulty here with the Marauder. We got Custom, who's joined us as well. Good to see them in the lobby as well. A new team. Let's see what they can do as well. We can see all 4 men just moving themselves up towards to go pick up one of their Amigo, who's just sitting in the compound here. Is he DC'd? No, he's still looting up. Got a Winchester for him as well. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. We are aware, guys, I do know there is only 4 rounds tonight. I do know that the observer file thing is saying 5 rounds. We do only have 4 rounds. I will fix that after this game as well on the stream there. So yeah, just letting you guys know we're only playing 4 rounds this evening. Is 2 Miramars and 2 Erangels. So a bit of a shorter evening also for the time. So now rotations coming in. I mean, 16 teams. This is what normal competitive settings are. You know, we've been seeing in the scrims, we've been seeing 18 teams. How does that change for the teams, having 2 less teams? I mean, that's 8 less players in total, essentially, sometimes. But does that change a lot of the rotation paths for you guys, or should it change a lot of these rotation paths for these teams?
I think it depends on where these new teams drop. You know, I mean, if they drop on far away from you, it doesn't really change anything for you. But if you're a team that drops in a more central area and these new teams come and join and they drop close to you, it's definitely blocking off some of your rotations. And even though it doesn't block off your rotation, it definitely takes up your space for your entry into the circle in the later games. So it's definitely it makes a difference. But 2 teams. It's only a few teams that get engaged with them. So 18 teams are still quite decently amount of teams.
No, 100%. But I mean, obviously with 2 less teams, it's going to make it a little bit easier for these players. Also, you can see Fury Crew. They're still sitting in Alpaza, need to start making their movement in as well. And this is obviously the age-old question as well that comes down to it as well. Obviously, depending on team, but rotations early, rotations late. What is your opinion on that?
Depends if you're close to the zone. I see like PV Gaming, when they landed close to the right side of La Bendita, they saw the zone popped and they immediately took their spot in the center compound. Teams like Fury Crew, knowing that they landed late, got into their looting spot late, you know, the circle's away from them. So they're just going to take their time, loot up, rotate late, and make sure they don't have anyone contesting from behind and only focus in front of them.
And yet again, I'm watching No One again, and he's again very split up from his team. We saw this on Sunday as well with MLC V2. No One, just literally nowhere. That's pretty much where he is. He's always separated from this team, and I wonder if this is just a play from them or if he just likes to do his own thing. But yet again, No One is sitting by himself. It's interesting to see that now continued into our Tuesday pre-scrims here. As you know, I don't know, it's just being split away from his team this far is going to cause a little bit of issues. But the rotations are coming in. We can see that the Survivor fighters are leaving Chumasera now. They're busy getting into their spot as well. We got the Against All Odds, who are sitting just on this compound just off of this main field area here. It's a good spot for them to hand. We can see maybe the zone can shift to this, as a predominant spot is on this field area just where to the right of Against All Odds. We can see this Red Shadow X still sitting in Impala. The Rusty Squad have moved themselves up to the north of Impala as well. We got.
I think Red Shadow Squad is actually searching for them, not noticing that the Rusty Squad left pretty early.
It looks like they are just busy still getting themselves acquainted, and maybe they still think that there's somebody here, but obviously no shots at them just yet. We got the Rusty Killer Counts coming into Minas Generalis on the northern side, and the zone shifts straight down to the south here, and center compound for the Against All Odds. Well, they'll be happy with this at this stage, because you know they got the center gun 2-man as well, so they need to kind of consolidate what they need at this stage, because obviously having 2 less members inside these summer lobbies is quite a difficult thing, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, two less people looking around is actually the most important thing. You know, you have half the amount of information that you would have had as a full foreman.
As now no one gets knocked here by Bluff in the north-end side over here. No one will get flushed out straight away. And him being alone has kind of, as I said, not the best idea for him to be alone there. But we also got a Brothers in Arms just to the north of Slick Daddy Club who has spotted them out. As Wally takes a couple of shots over there towards him with his 8 times in the mini. Looks like they're going to rotate a little bit back here, get into a vehicle. They need to get inside zone as well, alongside with Brothers in Arms. So a little bit of a skirmish there, but the first kill goes to Slick Daddy Club, and they'll be happy with that start for now. We got the Wasp coming in from the western side, and now Ferry Crew are racing down the way here. As we can see them going to be very close towards NX Wasps here. I don't think NX Wasps are going to be able to do any sort of drive-by shooting here, as now they just pull off. You can see Snake just struggling to get up the hill with his truck here. Ferry Crew sporting a new little logo here as well. It's the third time they've changed their logo, but nice little Eggman logo they're coming out there, as Snake and Lizan gonna be rotating themselves away from the NX Wasps crew. More rotations coming in. We've got the Legends just going to be on the south of Labradita here. I'm just checking to see where Prime Gaming is going to go. They also taking this quite a strong spot here in the fields here for PV Gaming.
Yeah, so they actually stopped right next to Against All Odds' compound, scouted it out, realized people were there, pulled back to their compound and made a new rotation to the central compound. And I would say that they actually got a better compound than what they were going for originally, that Against All Odds have.
100% I agree with you there. It's good to see that you pointed that out. And a lot of these teams also do this. We call it the blind rotate. They just hail into a compound without having a look. But that's good. Good wise heads coming out from PV Gaming. We got Storm and Prime. Obviously, you can see the NX tags coming in there from them. They used to be part of the Smurfs crew. Obviously now going to be with the PV Gaming crew. This is good for them. Still got the skills there, making sure that they're doing all the good and right things, as Against All Odds will take a couple shots on towards Custom as Light drives past Deathmark there. Deathmark going to take a couple more shots. More shots going to be rained out here towards the Custom squad. Does get tagged up a little bit there for HyperX, but we see Amigo now going to also make their way as well. Now a lot of shots going to get rained out towards Hyrix, as Customs trying to find a position inside the zone here. Really looking to try and maybe take the fight towards PV Gaming. A lot of little indecisiveness coming out from Customs, but eventually to make landfall in the eastern compound from PV Gaming. Red Shadow X probably can get involved in this a little bit later on, but we got MLC now taking the fight onto Team Wolves, as Yus will take out Millie there in the background as he gets retagged there from Team Wolves, as now Bad Girl and Shadow going to go for the res onto Millie. Bad Girl and Griffin just covering them off for now. They just outside the zone here, as the zone did shift over towards the northwest.
So Godfather, who would you say is in the better position right now out of all of these teams?
I'd say PV Gaming at this stage. Got a good spot here. Most likely going to be ending inside the field area. As we've seen, quite predominantly it will end up in the field area, or even where the Rusty Killer Clowns are. We've seen zones end there as well. It probably won't be shifting up on towards the mountains by Los Leones. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I mean, Miramar treats the mountains as sort of water for these guys. Obviously giving them a little bit of insight here for the obviously less experienced teams. The PUBG game does consider the mountains as water, so it will shift away from them as much as possible. Obviously this is still RNG, so anything can happen. We've seen some crazy circles. We saw some crazy circles on Sunday with it going to be ending in a multi-story building, which generally does not happen. We can see now the Wasps try to make their movement into the area here. They're getting shot up a little bit there by Brothers in Arms, as now they're going to come straight across Slick Daddy Club, but it looks like they're going to be okay. as we see Anonymous now, a 17-year-old playing inside the team here. Good to see the young guns coming out here. I'm interested to see how he performs coming into these scrims, as now they're going to be rotating right past here, and Old Cookie's going to spot them out here. Going to be taking on the shots towards them. Tags do come out as damage gets rained out, and Old Cookie will get King On in the air, and King On will get knocked out, but Anonymous will be able to get that raise. But look at the push here coming out from Legend straight away, as now they're going to be rotating up. They know that the raise is going to become an Old Cookie, going to be meeting them very shortly. Going to spot out King On. King On will go down. Anonymous trying to get anything, but he'll also get taken up by Old Cookie, and Old Cookie will get these points as they're going to have to go across here, as Slothy Monkey will take out Swifty in the background, and Swifty will also get taken out there. Acid, last member left for the Wasp, as the Wasp, Langyang will get the confirm, and Wasp will be eliminated out in 16th position.
Yeah, no, that was a rough fight. I mean, I think Inex Wasps coming from the Los Leones side, rotating from the blue, having to do some of a blind rotate there because of all the teams that were rotating next to them, not knowing where they can go, and unfortunately running into a team and getting knocked off of that bike.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously, Rusty Killer Clowns in a good position now, as the zone has shifted up towards the north here. So we've seen this zone here. I want to say this now. I mean, we've seen White Rabbit Gaming beat NX Gaming in this compound before to take the chicken dinner win. Just gonna, you know, put it out there towards Viking because he's the team captain for NX Gaming as well. So we've seen it end exactly where Langyang is right now. So
I mean, this is a very iconic circle, you know.
Yes.
And because of the open fields, the team that's sitting in the compound has such a big opportunity on getting those kills, because the people running around in the fields don't really have a lot of cover.
No, they don't at all. And it's and obviously going to need a massive amount of smokes as well to obviously get into these sort of areas here. We can see teams do generally try and play this. There is a little bit of dips here and there, but if you've got a team that's got good aim, definitely not going to be Mugen, as now we see the red squad now taking on the fight towards MLC, as they kind of hide behind the Marauder here, and Dosey will get taken out by Bra, as now he will try and hide behind his buggy, as Apache will get the Red Shadow X will get eliminated in 15th position there, and MLC will be able to get Buzz Beta up and running as well. So a good little fight there coming out from MLC.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I think Red Shadow X was a little too focused on the guys from the compound that they didn't notice the people already on the mountain next to them, losing 2 players at the start basically, and then being on the back foot from the beginning of the fight.
As you see, Use will take out Molotov Man in the background here. We got Master Stalker, who's been taken out by the zone. Looks like he may have had a disconnect there, which is really unfortunate. But look at all the rotations coming in from the southeast here, as now Team Wolves will now take out Slothy Monkey, and he'll try and get it, but Deathmark will retaliate with fire. He will get the knock as well, as Bad Girl now moves into the compound here. What can she do here? She will take out Slothy Monkey. We'll see Deathmark. Can she get Deathmark? Deathmark will take out 2 members of Team Wolves here, as Deathmark tries to hold the compound here by himself. He's got Griffin here, left only alive here. Griffin gonna see what he can do, as Brothers in Arm will eliminate MLC V2. And what can they do? A lot of shots getting rained out towards this as Deathmark tries to make his move into the compound. Don't think he's aware of Griffin inside the compound yet. Well, he spotted out. Does spot out Griffin, and Team Wolves will get eliminated in 13th position, as Deathmark will pick himself up 3 kills here, and he'll be holding this compound quite strongly, as now Ferricrew now make their movement into the compound where Deathmark is sitting, as Lazan going to try and see. He knows that there's a team here, as Custom will get eliminated in 12th position. And we got Brothers in Arms trying to fight against the zone. Rambo getting knocked out there by the zone as well. Will bleed out. Gasman trying to make his movement. Sick Daddy Club now take on the fight towards Legends as well. Old Cookie trying to get behind cover here, as the Rusty Squad will take out one of their own members there. Maybe a DC coming out there, denying the point, maybe towards a team that might see him. As Sick Daddy Club now just playing on the edge of these hills here as the zone shifts right down to the northwest. A very hard shift away from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams pretty much here, sitting all inside this western part of the map here. As now Deathmark going to see what he can do. We got Brothers in Arms just above here as well. We got Slayer with the Groza, and we'll spot out the Fairy Crew here. We'll take on the shots. Aren't able to get the knock as Medea will get Gasman just behind Slayer. Slayer has to retreat a little bit and try and get the pickup from him. 5 seconds before the zone starts to shift. Does he have enough time? Yeah, I think Snake's going to try and push this up, but Medea will actually close it out, and Brothers in Arms will be eliminated 11th position. And so will Survivor Fighters from Serenity. Jeez, there's a lot of action happening all across the map here. We got Deathmark. He's going to now take on some shots towards Lazan, and he will get that knock as well, which is going to be good for him. Can he maybe get anywhere else? Phase 5 is going to be hurting, but Bluff will find him out, and 9th position will go out against all others. Bluff will get knocked out there by the zone. Medea will confirm that kill onto Bluff as well, and Fairy Crew will die in the zone, and 8th position will go out Fairy Crew. Sure, a lot of action happening all across.
From Legends, just blind sending it across the open fields towards MLC.
Ooh, and this is not looking good for the Legends, as MLC will get 2 knocks onto the Legends, as Old Cookie will try and push up here, but he's not going to spot out the 2 members of MLC who they're trying to deal with. Devil and I, Hippie Homicide, just hiding behind the tractor on the opposite side, as now they try to get there, and Old Cookie will be spotted out here. Apache trying to see what he can do here. On Levin's being knocked out here. Legends trying to push this up. Oops, sitting on top of the, trying to go around the smoke here. They're still on his POV for now, as Apache trying to see. We'll hear the shots coming out as Boss Beater will get Old Cookie out, and that'll just leave Ghost Killer and Ops to live, as Ops will spot out Apache, and 11s will get knocked out as well, as Boss Beater moves across the road here, but Old, not much he can do, as Rusty Squad coming in from behind, and they will be third-partying this out as well, and Serenity will steal the kill away there from MLC, and they're up to 2 kills already. So Rusty Squad doing a nice little third party here in between this fight, as Boss Beater now trying to see what he can do here. We got Storm takes out Wale as Punisher, as Sick Daddy Club will get eliminated out in 7th position in the background. But Boss Beater now with 9 kills for MLC. They had a good round so far. Got 6 kills here. No, sorry, got 9 kills in total. 6 teams left, and he's now trying to just play this out as best as possible. The Rusty Squad having some free reign come to run out in the open here. Obviously no teams looking at them at this stage. Rusty Killer Clowns though got the compound, and we know where it might end here, as now the Rusty Squad going to be taking some shots over towards Old Cookie. Not able to hit those shots there, but a Ghost Killer will spot out Serenity, and that's... Ooh, what does MLC do here now?
I think it looks like he's going for the A-bells, you know. Using the vehicle, you can actually get quite decent cover in the late games, but I see PB Gaming is running on foot and leaving their vehicles behind in the compound. Yeah,
they are indeed, and obviously let's see if they got their vehicles still up here. We've got one that's on the side here, so unable to use that vehicle at this stage, but they still have that truck at the background, and like you said, using the vehicles in the late game can potentially be a very good thing for a lot of the teams. But PB Gaming going to be spotting out Franny from the Rusty Squads there as they take a couple of shots over towards them. Hippie Homicide though, playing this in the ditch here, just going to be literally on his belly, crawling his way through the field here, as PB Gaming now advance over towards a Legends crew. They will spot out Legends. Storm gets a little bit tagged up here. What can Ghost Killer see as Old Cookie will spot out Prime? Can he went out the duel? No, he can't. He has to return and get some cover, as Ghost Killer will take out Franny in the background, as now Franny will get taken out. Hippie Homicide will come out with the Org here and will take out Storm in the background, and this is such a bad time for PV Gaming, because now the zone is advancing. They can't hold that res and Prime's going to have to try and make his way in. McVeigh will get taken out by the zone as well, leaving just Prime trying to fight his way in as Old Cookie will take out the homicide, but Old Cookie will take out Prime as well. And 5th position will go out PV Gaming, and 6th will go out Devil and I. So Legends holding strong on this little compound here. Like you said, a little bit of a blind crash coming out from there, but seriously trying to get as many kills as possible. Up to 8 kills. They know exactly where the last member of Rusty's squad is, and he's going to be hiding out behind the hay bales, but he's inside and he's going to get taken up by Lang Yang, who's holding this hill here. Rusty Killer Clowns though, haven't seen, they've been holding this compound for quite a while, getting a couple knocks. Lang Yang with 3 kills at this stage, and now it's going to be moving out into this open field here. So what would you suggest like these teams now do? Because now you got a little bit of a ridge, slight ridge for the Legends crew to play off, but they have been spotted out by Killer Claw, who's sitting way at the back here, just gating any sort of team that might just move their way along. But what would you do in this situation here?
I mean, honestly, the Killer Clowns having the upper hand, having the high ground and the cover over the field. If I was Legends, I would just go for the kill and the placement on MLC's player, just to get those extra bit of points, knowing that it's going to be a strugglesome ending zone, because the final zone will most probably end in the center of the field. And the Clowns will have every corner of the field. They'll have vision over it. So, yeah, I'll go for the kill and the placement point with that.
Yeah. But like you said, Rusty, his Punisher gets knocked out by the zone there. And that may be a massive mistake coming out there, unless he had a DC or something. Or maybe it disconnected. Yeah, it looks like he did disconnect as well, which is really unfortunate for the Killer Clowns, as now they need to make it. Ubershek does advance himself a little bit more here, as Ghost Killer going to go up towards the second lot of hay bales that's sitting right here. You can see him just going to be holding this off, and you know, with that disconnect there from Punisher, unfortunate for them. This
opens it up to anyone, though.
100% opens it up now as he tries to take some shots over towards Killer Claw. We got Old Cookie going to be taking some more shots over. Have they spotted out MLC as Buzz Beater now? Going to be making his way. Oh, he does get taken up, and he could die to the zone if he's not careful. One more shot and he may be dead here. Not much space for him to play here. Gonna hide behind his buggy for now, as now Rusty Killer Clowns will know exactly, but Ubershirk gonna be playing inside here, and this is the surprise attack here coming out from Killer Clowns. You can almost not see him inside the fields here, and he makes his move. He's just trying to get more and more center here, so if Ghost Killer spots the movement, could just maybe spot. He's not looking in that direction, he's looking more towards Boss Beta, who's trying to get himself more and more into the zone. He's just outside the zone as well, as Killer Claw will spot out Ghost Killer, just picking up his head over here as well. And
yeah, with all the fighting, I wonder if Legends have any smokes left.
Oh,
because
that's
they
true.
can get behind this hay bale, they can wait for the Killer Clowns to move down the mountain.
True, but Old Cookie does get knocked here by Lang Yang, but Boss Beta tries to get him, but he will steal away the kill there, and he'll just be left with Ghost Killer now. And there is no smokes here for Ghost Killer, so no utility, 1 first aid. I mean, we've got 8 kills at the moment. Ghost Killer does tag up Boss Beta just a little bit here as he's trying to get himself into it, but the Rusty Killer Clowns in a very, very good position now, as they do spot out the member of the Legends crew. Is Killer Claw paying attention towards Boss Beta? Yeah, no one's paying attention as Boss Beta moves towards there, but Boss Beta will shift up and kill Ghost Killer here. So now it's a 3-on-1. Can Boss Beta do anything here? Spots out Lang Yang. Does spot out Ubershirk. If he gets a smoke onto Ubershirk, he could give him an advantage here. Yes, he does. Now it's just Killer Claw versus him, but he's inside the zone, and now he puts it onto a 1v1. And Lang Yang, last member alive, he knows exactly where he is. Can Boss Beta win this out for MLC? Clutch it out against the Rusty Killer Clown. Does spot him out. 5 HP. Is he going to be enough time for him as the zone just stops just behind Boss Beta? Just inside. 12 kills here for Boss Beta and the MLC crew. Gonna spot him out, and he wins it out And MLC will take out the first chicken dinner of the evening with 14 kills.
What a massive game from MLC, taking fight after fight, you know, and then ending up with a chicken dinner after playing as a solo. A really good game from them.
Yeah, really good game. The aim battles just obviously just didn't go in the favor of the Rusty Killer Clowns there, but they'll end up second position with 3 kills. In third position with 8 kills in total was the NX Legends. In fourth was the Rusty Squad with 2 kills, and in fifth, rounding up your top 5 there, was PV Gaming coming in with 6 kills in total. Interesting rounds coming out there from a lot of the different teams. A different play style definitely coming out here. Obviously, we got all of the like I said, the less experienced teams coming in here to play, and it's great, fantastic watch to actually see what these teams are doing, and it's actually provided some good game. Provided actually a good game in the first game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think seeing it from their perspective as well, you know, teams playing a bit more passive, you know, other teams trying to take more fights because they know some of the stronger teams aren't around. So it's interesting to see how people change it up when they know which teams are playing in their lobby.
Yeah, 100%. All right, guys, we will be back in a short while's time. We're going to take a small break, and we'll be back with the next Miramar very shortly. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We fixed the overlays, done everything that we needed to do for this round. And with 35 seconds to go here before we got a south to north playing path here, it's quite easternly as well. But I think the first round has proved, and it's shown that, you know, it allows Viking, it allows these teams to, you know, like a little bit more freedom away from the Sin 5s, the NX gaming guys. You know, it gives them a little bit more freedom. I think first game accomplished that mission for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think some of the teams definitely got that going, where other teams I think are still playing as if they are playing in the main scrims, you know, playing late on the blue edge, not really rotating into the center compounds, because knowing that usually in the bigger scrims there are the bigger teams waiting for them. So I'm hoping some of the teams realize that and start doing more of what they want to do, you know?
100% do more what you want to do, because it will give you the advantage when you get into the Sunday Scrims as well. Like you shouldn't, like, almost, I want not, it's not being bullied, but I mean, don't be afraid to take on the bigger teams as well. So I'm hoping this also gives the confidence to these teams as well, so that they can take these fights on as well towards these bigger teams, because if they play the game they want to play, it makes life a lot easier for these teams. So I'm hoping they take this into certain. So it was a good game there from the Killer Clowns as well, and I hope they take these the confidence and the morale uplift, let's put it that way as well, and take those into the Sunday Scrims. We got a host of teams though in the north that are just jumping out all at once there. We got the Brothers in Arms, we got the Team Wolves, the Rusty Squad, we got Red Shadow X as well. All three of these teams all just jumping in. And I think we're going to have a couple teams here in Christopherville as well. It looks like Team Wolves and the Rusty Squad are all going to be landing into this zone here. Let's see what's happening. Yo, a lot of shoots coming out here, and all three teams are going to be going into Cruise here. And whoo, this could be a spicy end, but it looks like Team Wolves are trying to get themselves away from this. Red Shadow has made themselves get away from this action as well. So we got the Rusty Squad, the Brothers in Arms, and Team Wolves all going to be sitting inside here, but we've got now close action here as Griffin will spot out Grossmeister, as now he will be eliminated out with that shotgun there from Griffin. So Team Wolves will pick up the first point of the match. And now we got Brothers in Arms also kind of split up away from each other. We got Rambo in the south side, Gasman on the north side, and Slayer trying to get out. But Deuce will take out Slayer.
Yeah, what a headshot there, shooting him out of the car, you know? I think Slayer was going to help Molotov Man, knowing that IWC was landing on Molotov Man. But Molotov Man not having the gun to help out as soon as he could.
And Molotov Man will get eliminated there as well. So Brothers in Arms kind of getting the rough end of the stick here from this jump into the lobby here. But Gasman and Rambo still quite far split here, and Gasman's got to deal with three of Team Wolves who are on he's in between these three members here. We got the Rusty Squad, who's down a member as well from the early engagement with Griffin. So they also need to kind of also try and get themselves out of this as well. Rambo already making his way out of towards the south of Crucia, so he's going to try and get himself away from the situation, which is needs to try and survive, as the zone has shifted down to the south. Another southern zone coming out here from Miramar. We saw this also in the DreamHack last night as well. A lot of the same circles coming out for DreamHack as well. So obviously PUBG favoring some sort of algorithm at this point.
Yeah, I mean, for some teams that should be a good thing, you know, having the same circle. I mean, noticing from the previous game, knowing which rotations they can follow, you know, it should put them more at ease this game than the previous game, knowing where some teams would be. But, you know, PUBG is a random game, and I'm pretty sure the zone won't end up in the same area.
100%, just adjusting some volumes there so we don't have the gunshots screaming in our ears there. But yeah, 100% you're right about that. Millie will take out Gasman in the background there, and now it'll just be left down to Rambo, as now the push will come out here from the members, as Bad Girl will spot out Gasman, obviously waiting for it. We'll take him out with a Uzi there. Suppressed Uzi as well, nonetheless. And see often many of those Uzis coming around here. Obviously, hopefully we'll pick up an AR quite shortly. Now, the debate here as well, though. I just want to put out this debate while I've got you here as well with me. AR, SMG. Your thoughts on that?
I mean, what do you mean? So like in battles?
Yes.
I mean, I think the SMGs have been buffed lately. I don't know if people really read the patch notes, but I think especially for these newer players, a lot of times we would think strangely of them playing with the SMGs and stuff. But the SMGs have a lot of damage multipliers when you hit limb shots, and for these newer players not having the best aim yet, and most probably hitting the limb shots, it's probably the way to go. You know, the UMP hitting the left or right arm can take you out faster than the AK can hitting you in the chest with level 3 base, you know. So obviously it's not the most ideal, but especially for these new players, it's a good learning curve for them.
100%. As now we see Shadow Warrior will take up Born Sippy and Serenity there, as now Franny tries to get away from this, and the Rusty squad will be left down to one member there. Yeah, it's interesting, like obviously we have the limb damage that's obviously with the SMGs, but I think overall we would say that I mean, like you said, with the less experienced teams obviously getting used to the gun mechanic and stuff like that, the SMGs do recoil a lot less than an AR. Or like obviously you're looking at your barrels and your AKs and stuff like that, and the spray control coming out from there, obviously something for them to learn. But I think it'll be interesting to see how these teams play. And then the next question I'm going to ask you now is obviously DMR versus SR. And this is something obviously I've been chatting a lot about as well, with regards to, you know, like you watch the international teams obviously play. You don't often see the SR coming out that often, but in the PUBG African scene, you see a lot more people using the SR.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot that this second question is a lot more controversial than the SMG versus AR one. The bolties are extremely powerful, and I would say they're the most powerful weapons in the game, and also the most satisfying gun in the game. The only problem with the bolty is playing as a solo, split off of your teammates, dealing that instant knock, but not being able to flush is where the problem comes in. Where with the DMR, you can instantly take the person out as well after you have knocked him. I think there's such scenarios where both are best capable. I mean, pushing a team, getting the instant knock from the ASR is probably better, but yeah, over like most of the esports, the DMR has been played the most and been said to be the best because of that mobility and the different scenarios that it could be used in.
100%. As IIWC does fall off his bike there, and then that's not going to be a good thing for the Shadow Warriors. I wonder if the Rusty Killer Clowns are going to be able to spot that, as Mr. Beef Truck will take out 11s in the background. Yeah, we got Survivor Fighters here taking a little bit of shots over towards Sick Daddy Club. We got just Survivor Fighters just inside of the edge over here, as Redak and Wally are inside. So as Bluff is making his way up from Graveyard. You can see Django sitting in the background there, but the Red Shadow going to be rotating past here, past Bluff. Maybe Bluff can maybe spot out, not opting to take on the vehicle fight just as yet, as now they're going to rotate, and maybe they might be able to get towards IWC, as Ace going to be taking on that fight over, or going to be rotating towards them. Obviously the vehicles are, they're not opting to go for the pickup onto IWC. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Obviously they don't feel that that's going to be a wise decision at this stage, as we got 11s getting eliminated there by Mr. Beef Truck with a grenade, as IWC will bleed out eventually. And now the fight between Daddy Club and Survivor Fighters are going to continue here. Shiligam going to be making his way down towards this, as Anonymous will take out Heavy Homicide in the background, and Anonymous will confirm that kill as well. Dongo will get taken up. Oh, just getting a little bit of damage coming out there from Bluff. As now we wait to see what the zone is going to be doing. Rambo still on the north hand side, still trying to make his way into the zone. Shifts down to the center here. Not going to be going towards these two little islands here. So teams will be happy with that. PV Gaming, though, in the center compound by the garage, as the new custom team going to be taking on some shots towards the Legends crew, who are sitting inside the farm. We like to call it farmhouse, but it's the tier 3s inside this field here. As Ops does get a little bit tagged here. We've got a little bit more shots coming out from the north hand side here, as we still got Franny inside, who's just on top of the north hand side here. MLC also got a good compound for them as well as Silly Gun.
And get at in the top. Wally got the knock on Macchiato, and the tape came back from Survivor Fighters on Red Duck now. So it's a 2v2 currently.
Yeah, Wally just on the opposite edge, obviously waiting for maybe the race to come out here from them, as Silly Gum is going to be throwing out quite a bit of smokes here. Wally might just spotted out Silly Gum just coming onto the side here, and I think he also spotted him out as well. But Macchiato might actually get raised here from Silly Gum if the Stick Daddy crew is not wise to this fact. But it looks like Wally is gonna flush him out, and yes, he does. But Team Wolves are coming in from the north here. They obviously hear that there's a fight that's about to take place here, as Melly, I think, has spotted out one of the members of Survivor Fighters. Yes, he has. Gonna just be scoping and needs to take the shots though to try and secure the kill. Does get the kill onto Siligami, but Wally has been knocked in the background, as Bluff gonna try and make his way into the building, as Millie will take some more shots on towards him. He needs to try and see if he can get towards his teammate here, but Team Wolves obviously not rotating out with any vehicles at this stage. Gonna be a bit tough to make their way into the zone. Now they know, as Melly will confirm his kill on towards the member of Survivor Fighters. The grenade will come out. Too short at this stage, as Dongo knows exactly where these two players are going to be, as Bluff going to be running out, and the M16 coming out to play with a multi-shot there, and he will eliminate Bluff out of the lobby. Still got Wally, who's now going to be raising himself up here, getting the meds up, as Griffin has moved into this compound here, quite close here towards these two members here, as Dongo gonna have to try and get himself away from this zone. Wally trying to see if he can maybe peek onto Diongo. Not able to at this stage, but we're always gonna run straight into him. He does know that he's here, as Griffin will win out the fight with the M4 hip firing himself over there, and 17th position the Survivor Fighters will go out.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting spot. I mean, if I was Jonga, I would have not suspected Griffin to be sitting there waiting in the blue, you know. Griffin's team already left the fight, got the vehicle, started rotating in, but staying for that extra point, maybe another one on Wally, you know, keeping, even like just making sure that Wally dies as well, getting that extra placement point eventually, maybe. It's an interesting play that they're making.
Yeah, as Griffin has spotted out Wally as well. Can he get the knock onto Wally? He's going to take some shots over towards him. He is going to be in zone for quite a while. His team has, but he does have a buggy on the back end here, so he's going to get into the buggy and make his move. Team Wolves on 6 kills now. They're going to be happy with the way they've progressed into this lobby so far, as the zone is about to reshift now, and it's going to go center up into the island. And, you know, pretty much standard circles coming out here for the team, so not too much not being able to talk today, not irregular for these teams. We got the Wasps moving in from the south. We also got Devil and I trying to make their way in from the south as well, just as Mangabas going to get himself out of the zone. It is phase 3, so there is potential that you can run in this for a little while, but 30 seconds to go, and you're going to see phase 4 starts to hit phase 5, the death circle. It's difficult for these teams for Wally at this point.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then something for the newer players. I mean, maybe some of people watching that haven't been in the PUBG comp that long. So the mountains and the water being on the right side. And because this is the 3rd shift going to the 4th, the next zone will most probably move away from the mountains and the water on the right. So this tells the teams that they need to stack up on the left side, because the zone's going to move to the left anyway.
Yeah, 100%. As now JMSP gonna find out Team Wolves here. Shadow Warrior will get knocked out. Griffin has made his way towards his team at this stage. Mitch Main also going to be taking on some shots towards them. The vehicle has, the front wheel has been taken out here. They're going to still opt to use this vehicle though. It's still a possibility to use it though. as now Team Wolves need to try and get themselves into the zone as the zone has started to creep in. Rambo still alive for Brothers in Arms, doing a good job there for himself and his team, as the Killer Clowns going to be crashing their way into Impala. PV Gaming and MLC, both MLC teams now, all going to be doing, just MLC V2, just taking shots over towards MLC. And same with PV Gaming, as they've got the 3 members there playing for them. Some shots now in the background as Fairy Crew and the Wasps now going to be taking on the fight towards them, as Fairy Crew just sitting inside here. We've got also Devil and I just who's above this as well. Mangabas actually could potentially third party the Fairy Crew as he takes some shots over towards Swifter. Does the other one tag? Just hits the side of the mountain. Does get another tag. Needs to try and see if he could try, and he's going to be pulling back just to reload. Got that 8 times on the SLR, as Customs will engage with the Red Shadows, which is sitting on the opposite side, on the western side here. He will be actually getting through the window as well, as Orps will retaliate onto that, as Scrappy will find Wally, and they will go out in 16th position for the Stick Daddy crew. Just Dose, who's just left here for the Red Shadow X team, on 2 kills at the moment. Not going to opt to go for the res onto his teammate yet again. There he goes. Eventually he's going to go for that res, as Customs just hold on the top of the edge of the mountain here. Can move down to their team over here, as Swifty will take out 6 though. Let's see what he can do. He's got that in hand as the Molotov comes out towards him. And we spoke about the earlier on, as Medea may have just spotted out Swifty. Head here on X-ray vision just to see what's over. Swifty does lie on his belly for now. And Fairy Crew trying to see, maybe they're going to be making it just Swifter and Medea left, as Mangabas will get Anonymous there, and he's going to try and see if he can get that. Can he get that angle? He needs to scope in a little bit more there, not using the full potential of that 8 times. As he clicks and there's no more bullets, but it looks like the NX Wasp will be able to get to Anonymous at this stage, as A against all odds will make their rotation into the zone, as this will help Wasps out just a little bit here. Swifty gonna spot out Kinghorn here. Kinghorn on very low HP. 1 more bullet and you will get eliminated, as Team Wolves will get one of the members get taken out there, as they now push out over towards the Legends crew. Ghost Killer just waiting to hear the information from the team, as Old Cookie will go down there from Griffin, and Ghost Killer will pop out and take out one of the members. Will flush out Shadow Warrior and will get flashed out at the same time. Griffin trying all that he can, but he's also getting tagged up from Red Shadow in the background. Griffin, last member alive here, will spot out Headshot, trying to hit onto Headshot, and Headshot will win out that battle, and T Wolves will be eliminated in 15th position.
So interesting fight for Team Werewolves to take there, taking the edge compound, fighting for something that might not be in the next zone even. I mean, maybe they didn't have any information on anything around it, so maybe just thought of going for the fight because knowing how many players there might have been. But yeah, interesting fight for them to take.
Yeah, you say that interesting fight, and I don't think a lot of these teams, and I think even the top teams would sometimes also like, they look back on it and they say to them, why do we actually take on that fight if it wasn't necessary? Interesting you say that it wasn't necessary to take on the edge compound at that stage. It's not going to do them any good. If they get there, what are they going to do next? They don't know vehicles. They're going to most likely have to run across the field yet again. So it's, picking out where the battles that you need to take inside these lobbies as well. And I think you raise a good point there. A lot of the teams don't actually do that very often as well. As Swifty will take out Rusty Squad in 14th position, and things are starting to get a little bit tighter here for the teams, as Punisher will get knocked out here during the rotation, and he will get flushed out there by Prime, and PV Gaming will pick up their first point for the game, as the Rusty Killer Clowns are trying to get themselves into a spot where they can play from. They've also got the NX members, which they're busy rotating to, and I think Kinghorn is going to hear this very shortly. We'll have heard the guys pulling up. The shots are going to come out towards Killer Claw here, as Kinghorn going to be taking on the shots, not able to get that headshot, as Swifty still with the Deathmark will take out Anonymous in the background. I don't think Anonymous has any time here. Might get the res onto him. But against all odds, playing in a good compound as well. They can gate a lot of the teams coming in. But here comes the fight from here. We're going to see Ubershirk playing a little bit more aggressive up and towards this. Maybe with the wrong gun in hand at this stage. He's got the mini. He's going to be taking a close fight here with NX Wasps. Not looking to his left. He can't see his left. Look to your left. Look to your right. Sorry. Look to your right. And he doesn't spot out the Wasp actually moving away from there. So Wasp just getting a little bit lucky here as Langyang does spot out Swifty. But the shots will come out there from Acid. And Swifty will eventually win out that. But Acid helping the support there for his teammates. And the Rusty Killer Clowns will get taken out very quickly as Rambo will take a couple shots over towards them and steal one of those kills. And the Rusty Killer Clowns just in an unfortunate position there coming in.
Yeah, no, definitely. Also, like seeing that there's only, with the zone centering up again, closer to the field side again, there's only 2 teams that started in the center zone. So many teams that make their way in now. There's a lot of fights going to break out. And things are going to get hectic now for people to get into the zone where they need to be.
Yeah, 100%. As Rambo has been spotted up by PV Gaming, and it looks like he may get taken out here. He's trying all that he can here, but the Zone 5 is going to hurt him as well. But Swifty will actually take out Rambo there from the back from the NX Wasp there. So they got good sight lines onto that, and Brothers in Arms will get eliminated in 12th position. Use will pick up Orps, who are trying. They're also trying to get themselves into the zone here. Obviously, no vehicles here for the Legends crew. They are in a bit of a spot of bother here. This compound's got such good sightlines onto this field here as one of the members of JMSP get knocked out there. Mr. Beef Truck will get the res onto them, but I think MLC have a very good sightlines onto them as Devil and I will get eliminated there in 11th position. MLC looking to get themselves a little bit more, and this vehicle being blown up here just on the edge of here. Apache just running out in the open here. JMSP now making their rotations here as Old Cookie gets spotted out from Red Shadow. Does he know that? JMSP, they could spot them out here. I think JMSP is spotted out Old Cookie. Going to take on the shots on towards the Old Cookie will get taken out here, but MLC V2 definitely playing a bit of a spot of bother here for JMSP as well. And the shots get rained out from MLC as well as Ferry Crew get eliminated out in 10th position in the background. As now, against all odds, we'll try and take on the fight with the NX Wasps, and they will get eliminated. It's literally just playing 2-man, very difficult as we are aware. And the Wasp will pick up a couple kills there. 9 kills for the Wasp at this stage, so Wasp doing a good job. Getting a couple of good kills here. As Custom still trying to make their way into the zone here. What can they spot out? They know that MLC V2 is sitting in this compound here as Boz Beta on the opposite side, and the Legends will get eliminated there out in 8th position, leaving us 7 teams left here. Just unfortunate spot there for the Legends. As Storm will spot out Anonymous. Anonymous not having the best of times today as it looks like Acid trying to body block that. Swifty will go down as well, and Storm will get another knock over there, just leaving Kinghorn alive here. Gonna quickly here. You can see just making sure that his shots are hitting here, and this is good work here from Storm. And Kinghorn will be the last member again left for here for the NX Wasps. He may run into Custom quite soon as MLC will take out Mitch Main, and Buzz Beta will be taking some shots over towards them. Looks like Mr. Beef Truck will return the favor here onto Mitch Main, getting him now up and going yet again. And this is going to be difficult here for JMSP to get out of this sort of area here.
Yeah, they survived quite long, you know. Thinking that they were on the blue, teams were holding them. I would have thought that they would have probably died out pretty early in this game. But managing to get into the zone really well, taking out Legends in front of them, and now having a chance to move into the next zone. Really playing it well, getting into the top 8 placement points.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, they're not going to have any smokes here, so it's going to be very difficult as Patchy does take out Mitchman, and he won't get raised there as Mr. Beef Chuck, last member alive, but no one will spot him out, and JMSP will get out in 7th position. We did mention it. It's going to be tough for them to get into the zone. It always was going to be tough, especially with MLC V2 holding this angle. And looks like Customs now are aware of the Red Shadow team coming into the zone from this side. They would have picked up a drop here as well. Amigo trying to see if you can spot out, maybe we can get this SR. Let's see if we can get a spectacular SR headshot here. Just playing the edges here is the Red Shadow team. They're going to throw out the smokes and see what they can do, but I don't see much happening here for them as the zone is biting him. It's got 6. Look how much damage the zone is taking, and there's really not much that it can do, and the Red Shadow will get eliminated out there by Custom. And Custom will pick up themselves another 2 kills there, up to 5 for them. As now,
So it's interesting seeing another team having the center compound from the beginning, you know. In our previous game, Killer Clowns unfortunately just not able to take that chicken dinner. But now MLC V2 having that opportunity once again, sitting in a really strong compound. I'm thinking that they will be able to take this one.
MLC should be able to take this one. They got the cover of the compound as well. MLC, they're trying to push across here. A couple knocks may just put the hand, but everybody is going to be focusing on MLC V2 at this stage. You got Custom, who's also sitting on the top here, taking some shots over towards them. PV Gaming, I'm sure, is also going to make their way in shortly, but I think Storm's just trying to cover off Kinghorn here. He is aware that there's still one member of the Wasp still alive here, as now we hear Customs going to make their movement here, and what can Kinghorn do here? He's going to spot out this bike coming in, trying to take the cover from the Ed, but Storm will take out one of the members of Custom as Amigo going to make his movement, and he's going to spot out Kinghorn as he turns his back, and Amigo will pick up that kill, and the Wasp will be eliminated out in 5th position as Storm, I think, will spot them out. Mac Vegas will actually get the kill. They'll confirm onto Custom as well, and leaving just Light alive for, but Use has been eliminated for MLC V2 here.
Now that definitely throws things off. You know, me talking earlier about the MLC V2 having a full foreman alive in the end circle, having the compound. You know, losing that one player is a big difference. So this throws things up to any team basically. I mean, PV Gaming sitting in a really good spot if the zone shifts to the south. MLC sitting in a really good position in the north. Anything is up for the tables now.
Yeah, 100%. We could see this end up even on the road as well. So, like you said, it could end up here. Let's see what the next zone is about to do. We got about 15 seconds before the zone does complete its close. As Light still alive here for Custom team, as they just playing on the edge. 7 kills. I think they're going to be happy with their first game. I think didn't go to plan, and they'll be happy with the amount of kills that they're getting here. They're in a top 4 position at least, securing as the zone does do quite a bit of a hard shift here to the northeast, and Mac Vegas will get spotted out by Apache and will get eliminated there as well, so leaving just Storm alive here for PV Gaming as Boss Beta will get that secure that kill. Light's just playing on the edge over here to see what he can do. I don't think that MLC V2 is aware of Light at this stage, not at the moment. They're not looking his way, so he's got that advantage for now. He needs to just play this intelligent, take the shots where he can. I think no one may have spotted him out there though, as now I think the focus will start to turn, but Storm will take out Light there in the background, leaving your top 3 teams, PV Gaming, MLC V2 and MLC, and it'll be a 3-on-3-on-1 as Storm trying to do all that he can. 8 kills for PV Gaming. I think they're going to be happy with this round as well, taking a couple of shots here and there. Scrappy will take out Bra in the background, and Apache looks like he will be able to get to him just in time. Zone is busy closing in, but it's closing in slowly, so they got the time to do this. As we're going to take a look onto Buzz Beta, trying to see what he can see here. Only got the 2 times on the SLR. That's always a difficult thing when you just don't have the scopes that you want on your equipment. As Storm gets spotted out from MLC, and Buzz Beta will finish out PV Gaming out in 3rd position. Now it leaves a straight fight for MLC V2 versus MLC. The 2 teams here obviously well aware of each other. And
I mean, fair fight now. The two MLC teams fighting it out to each other, the two sister teams. Seeing which team is truly the best team. The center zone pretty well spread out for both teams. So it's going to be a really fair fight, and the best team will come out on top.
yeah, and look at the smoke util usage coming out here from MLC as the amount of smoke's coming out, but no one will get Bra straight away as Boz Beta will make his movement into the zone with a buggy, but Frizz may just spot this out as Scrappy will eliminate Bra in the end. Apache trying to see what he can do there at the background. He's just trying to make himself get running as Frizz not able to get the knock onto him. Some damage being laid out as well. But now MLC just playing this little ridge here. You can see just underneath them as the grenades will come out towards MLC V2. No grenades going to be connecting at this stage, but MLC V2. Oh, but MLC's got the main teams. I would say the main team for now is got the position where the zone is going to center up, as now it does start now. It would seem that V2 need to get themselves into the zone, and now they have to push through these two members of MLC. So the slightest miscalculation here coming out from V2, and that's going to send them into darkness, it would seem. As Scrappy now will go there. No one will get knocked out here from Apache with that Groza. Now he's going to pop up yet again. Knows that Scrappy's there as well. The Groza will come out to play yet again. Frizz trying to play the edge over here, and no one will get eliminated here. Boz Beta trying to play the flank position here. Frizz just inside there. That's we can spot it out. And it'll leave it on a 2v1 here. As Scrappy trying to get himself into the zone here. Will try to take the shot on. It's now a 1v1. Can he win it out against Boz Beta? Boz Beta knows that he's been tagged up a little bit. The zone, he needs to be careful of the zone, Scrappy. May just tag the zone, but Boz Beta will win it out. And MLC will take out the second chicken dinner in 2 in a row with 6 kills.
Yeah, I mean, really well played from MLC there at the end, getting the center position on the zone, making sure that they get their vehicle with the smokes. Really well played for them to get into that dip and then play from there, knowing that MLC V2 will need to be forced out of those buildings and then just holding strong and waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, 100%. So we have MLC win it out yet again with 6 kills. MLC V2 coming out with 7 kills. We have in third position was PV Gaming coming out with 8 kills in total. They'll be happy with that performance. We have then Customs coming out with in total 7 kills, and then the Wasp rounding out your top 5 with 9 kills. So that's round number 2. We're going to end of Miramar, and we're going to be moving on to Erangel very, very shortly. Stay tuned with us. Stay tuned, ladies and gents. We'll be back very shortly. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third round of the evening. We now move on to the grassy lands of Erangel. But first, before we start, we got a little bit of a score update. We got MLC Esports with 40 points in second position. PV Gaming with 22 points in, with Legends in third with 16 points. MLC V2 with 14 points in fourth, and in fifth. Wasps are with 12 points in sixth. Custom Team with 12 points, 7th, the Killer Clowns with 9, Team Warwolf in 8 with 8 points, 9th is Red Shadow with 8, and 10th, rounding up the top 10 at this stage, Rusty Squad with 6 points as well. Very close near the bottom end there between 8th, 9th, and 10th. Well, actually from 7th down, it's all pretty close there, so teams can still make it in. Remember, top 10 of this pre-scrims will move on to the Sunday Scrims, and will join the other 6 teams who have already qualified for the Sunday Scrims. They'll join the likes of Four Kings, White Rabbit Gaming, NX Gaming, Sinister 5, and if I'm not mistaken, the Rusty Revolvers and the Rusty Hellhounds. So the zone, south to north plain path, Erangel. Is this more of a favorite map for you, Viking? Or is Miramar your favorite map?
I think I enjoy playing Miramar more because of all the dips and stuff. Obviously, now the previous 2 Miramar zones that we had was more in the open spaces, which is more of the disliked areas. But no, I think I prefer playing Miramar just because of the more cover that you have. Pushing capabilities are better. So yeah, I think I prefer playing Miramar more.
Okay, now interesting here. Obviously, we got Custom Team, who's a new team coming into the scene. Obviously, they landing where NX like to land, and I can see against all odds, obviously also taking advantage of the fact that NX Gaming aren't in this lobby as well. Deathmark will be grabbing that vehicle straight away, which generally NX Gaming will normally grab. So, you know, like you said earlier, these teams knowing what they need to do, they don't have to worry about certain team members as well, so they can get into positions that they might, you know, not generally play. We don't see against all odds play down in the south end here. So interesting to see is Venom going to be making his movement towards customs here, and the member over here, does he know that he's here? He may just get caught out here unawares though. Is
I think he heard him.
Yeah, he definitely might have heard him, as he'll reload that shotgun, but Venom will make his movement into there. But Skirt can definitely push this, as Venom doesn't have a gun at this stage. So we're going to stick with this PV. Now you'll hear that definitely there's someone here. Swifty will run over himself, and Venom will instantly hear that thing and run away straight away. Can he get the headshot onto Venom? Very close there for Skirt, but he will secure this compound for himself. I want to see where did Swifty hurt himself there, as now it looks like Ass is going to have to pull off now and go towards Swifty there. That's unfortunate for the NX Wasps there. I think Anonymous has not joined in this game and maybe have a connection problem into the lobby, which is really unfortunate. As now we look around, we got Fair Crew inside Rozak. We got the Team Warwolves who are looting inside the Watertown area. Rusty Killer Clowns inside their apartment areas. They normal loot drop that they like to do. A change up here for Rusty Squad, who are sitting in military base, which is good to see. Legends sitting in Fairy Pier and surroundings, also pretty standard for them to come out as well. And the Brothers in Arms taking up the Gatka area as well. Also got
Yeah, interesting to see that PV Gaming, even though they didn't, like the first 2 games on Miramar, they were stuck in the center from the beginning, but now rotating early to the center compounds as well. Maybe trying to loot up where they get to, because I see that they only have an Uzi right now, one of their players.
So they just on the edge of Pochinki here. We got 630 Club who's taken up residence in Pochinki at this stage. So it'll be interesting to see. The zone has kind of centered up in the middle of the map pretty much. We can definitely rule out Sovnovka at this stage. You would think it's not going to definitely go to Sovnovka and Military Island, so definitely not going to be there. And we can see now the AWPs just on the side of Cat Hill. This is something I learned in DreamHack yesterday. It's actually shaped like a cat. Toby
Yeah,
was busy going, but now it's gonna forever be burnt in your memory that that is Cat Hill. It's shaped as a cat, as Toby would explain it. So they were going on different loot locations as well.
I mean, even like zoom out, if you look at the whole map as one
It's a
piece, you would
rabbit.
see it's a bunny
Yeah,
jumping over an Easter egg,
exactly. It's a bunny.
or just an egg. So yeah, definitely some development jokes going around there on the map side, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And this is also a thing I want to bring up here now. Obviously, like for these teams, as we see the legends, Headshot is going to be watching out the AO. We'll come back to that conversation now. Does spot out Deathmark. Deathmark returns the fire onto a Headshot. Does get the connect as well. So doing some good work there from Deathmark with that 2 times on the M16. I'm going to be dealing the most damage in the world, but looks like they're going to be safe for now. But coming back to my question, like, for these teams, do you think it's a benefit for these teams to name certain areas along the map?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, being in this big map, so many compounds look alike, so many places have a lot of the same structures, you know. Naming different places, obviously, if you have a team that's playing together for quite a longer period, it really helps out a lot with on clearing out the communication and having faster teamwork, you know.
100%. You can just call it out and they don't have to open up their map and see where it's going. They just know that's where they're going. So, you know, like we got, like, I know that internationally they also call this little area Potato Hill, you know, because it looks like a potato. We got obviously here, some people call it Armadillo, some people call it Everest. You know, obviously it depends on your team as well. But yeah, definitely something I think also the less experienced teams can also take like note of is obviously calling out the different locations just to, you know, not looking at your map and looking at your surroundings is a lot easier than and gives you a lot more sightlines instead of, you know, those couple seconds looking at a map. So definitely something for these teams to also maybe work on, as well as Molotov Man going to be making his way across Pachinki Hill here and going to be going right in, trying to get to the center here, it would seem, for Brothers in Arms. And they make their rotation. We've got JMSP with 3 members now. Get Wrecked joining the team now as crossing the bridge over from Nova. As the Rusty squad potentially have 2 drops here. Don't know if they've spotted out these drops. Looks like they have. That's good for them. Let's see what's inside these drops for today. We got a MK that's sitting inside here. And we've also got another drop that's sitting somewhere over here. No, there it is, right below me somewhere. No, I'm blind. There it is. And we got the other drop here. So, and there's a Groza sitting inside this crate as well with a 4 times. MK, good weapon, not good weapon. I'm gonna put it out to you there.
Definitely the MK. I would say is the strongest weapon in the game, other than the
100%.
AWM. You know, having the one-shot kill capabilities on any helmet. But especially in the competitive games where the teams usually try to play DMR, having that functionality of going full auto as well, really makes the Mark 14 the strongest the gun in the game.
No, 100%. As the Rusty crew does get to both, so 2 members will be level 3'd up, and that will give them a bit of confidence coming as Team Wolves will be taking some shots over towards the Swifter crew. Not able to get those shots down though, as Swifter is in the middle of the open, but we got the, I think it's Devil and I coming just behind him as well. The shots will get rained out there from Griffin yet again. Devil and I think it is coming behind them as they're going to cross the bridge momentarily, or just not cross the bridge and go into the water. It's an interesting move there coming out from from Devil and I. Master Stalker and the rest of them going to be trying to get, obviously trying to pick up his teammate, not at this stage, but now Shadow Warrior could be the spoiler here as the shots will get rained out there with the Tommy gun. That sort of distance with the Tommy gun, not going to be the best thing as well, but Millie will get the shot with the SLR out of Happy Homicide, will be eliminated there. And Griffin will try and maybe get a lucky shot coming out there with the Mini. He's going to be spraying some more of Devil and I, and looks like they will make it out. But if they stop on his heels, we've got Fury Crew who are also about to start positioning themselves in a position as well for Devil and I as they make their rotation. A bit of a rough rotation coming out there for Devil and I.
So interesting in that zone, centering up in the center, as I would say most of the zones usually go to this area. A lot of the teams that landed in these central compounds actually moved away from them. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, so you don't know where it's going to go. I guess it also depends on also, did they have enough loot at that stage? That's what the question will be as well to the teams as well. If you didn't have those loot, what happens there? As Devil and I will take out one of the members, and can he do a flush onto Bad Girl? Will secure that point, but the rest of the members are making their movement straight away across. Millie just on the opposite side of here. Shadow Warrior going to throw out the grenade, and that's not going to connect onto him.
I don't know if you saw, but I think Blossom House actually emoted on Bad Girl's dead body, eh?
I didn't pick that up. Yeah, some banter coming out there from from Devil and I towards Team Wolves, a Shadow Warrior. Gonna still have this Tommy gun. Can probably hear this as well. Interesting that the Tommy gun's coming out to play. In close range, Tommy gun is quite an effective weapon. And that's about it. Medium range, you're not going to really get much joy out of it at all.
So with the circle being basically cut in half, with the water and the military island being on the southern part of the zone, a lot of teams are grouping up now. I see MLCV2 has crashed onto PV Gaming in the Snake compound there. Legends and MLC actually was about to fight, but okay, Legends already moving away from that fight, seeing that the compound is open there. So a lot of teams being squeezed into the smaller zone, with that half of the zone not being playable.
Yeah, 100%. You're going to get that water, which is going to shift away from water eventually, right? So it's phase 4 that we see that will not center on any sort of water, as now Team War will need to make their rotation in. Griffin will pick up the Esports and pick up his team members, and they'll make their rotation into the zone as well. But yeah, like you said, a lot of teams now clustering themselves up. They know it's probably going to end on the southern side of this map at this stage. It'll be quite a hardship. You can see Fairy Crew moving off Potato Hill at the top here, so they also thinking it's going to move a little bit more south down, which it is more likely to do. We can maybe see a massive hard shift towards farm area. Still a possibility there, as Red Shadow coming in from the north along with the Team Wolves as well, who's just inside zone. Interesting to see that the Rusty squad hasn't opted to cross the bridge just yet, and they're leaving themselves to very limited options here the later they don't do this. I mean, we have a very small chance of it going to Slavnovka Island here, but that chance is very small.
I've only seen that happen once, and I think it was in one of the PCS. I don't know if it was, I think it was PCS 1, where the zone was similar to this, and it just shifted down, and there was only one team on the southern zone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the Rusty squad was maybe hoping for that 5% chance of that actually happening. But now I think with this zone popping, it's pretty obvious that the zone will end in the northern area.
Yeah, and still a lot of water inside this zone as well. Like we said, this is only phase 3, so phase 4 will shift away from the water. So they know that's going to end up PV Gaming in a good spot here along with MLC V2. You can see the Against All Odds making their movement into the thing, and this is going to be spotted out by Custom Team as well, as Venom going to make his movement in. He needs to be very careful here as he crashes straight into the warehouse here. Deathmark just playing at the back here for them, just to maybe cover them off, just to spot out exactly where Custom Team is coming from. Got the Legends sitting in the background here as well, as the fight is being rained out in the north here between Sick Daddy Club and Brothers in Arms. Devil and I also going to be getting in some fights there with Team Warwolf as well, and F and Fury Crew as well. So so much action just popping off at this stage. Gasman will get eliminated. Millie will take out another member of them, and I think they've cleared out Devil and I in there. I think it's just the one member who's still making themselves get into the zone, as Wally gets knocked there by Slayer. Bluff spots out Molotov Man. Oh, Slayer on such low HP, but he re-peeks it. Bluff re-peeks it and manages to get the knock onto Slayer. Molotov Man will go for the res. Rambo being left with a little bit of HP. Redak going to be going over towards Wally as the smoke comes out there from Bluff. And now Fury Crew have made their way into the building here as the grenades come out. The misplay there from the grenade, as they're just trying to see if they can maybe spot one of the brothers in arms, maybe getting a little bit out of position here. Maybe they're not aware of Fury Crew, but they will be now, as the grenade did pop up. Maybe they think it was maybe an overthrow. Do they actually know that they're here? Not opting to peek anything. Doesn't look like Slayer or Molotov Man are paying much attention towards Fury Crew behind him. Slayer, what is he going to be doing at this stage as Deathmark will take out lights in the background here? Now the shots will come out there towards the Wasp, and Acid will get knocked out there as Kingon gets out of the vehicle, as he now needs to try and get himself into some sort of cover. But the Rusty Killer Clowns haven't spotted him out at this stage, as the Killer Clowns just kind of helping Kinghorn get into a position. The grenades will continue to fling out at the bottom. Deathmug, last member alive for against all odds. Obviously some skirmish happening there, but look how many teams in the northwest here, as Sick Daddy Club will take some shots over towards Devil and I as he's trying to make his way into the zone. We got Brothers in Arms inside the zone taking the fight over towards Fury Crew. Fury Crew also trying to get themselves out of here as Rambo will take out Schizo with the PP Bison. Gonna try again, yet again. He's got the suppressor on, but he can't win out that fight against Lazan, and that PP Bison just not strong enough to get the knock onto Lazan. But the zone in phase 4 is going to be hurting a little bit here, as Slayer, last member alive for Brothers in Arm, Molotov Man will get taken out by the zone. And Slayer can play this position here just to see if maybe he can gate some of the members of Fury Crew, as Lazan going to chop out, and as he goes down, they'll be taking on the shots towards Fury Crew, and Slayer will be able, didn't actually get the knock onto him, and Slayer will eventually get that confirm onto Lazan, and now he needs to try and make his movement. But we got Ubershirk and Co all taking shots over towards Kinghorn here, and oh, good shot there coming out there, but Slayer will spot out Kinghorn and eliminate the Wasp out in 16th position. A lot of action. Look at this west hand side over here. Look how many teams still trying to make their way in here, and it's also going towards farm. That's a hard shift as if you've ever seen one.
Yeah, no, definitely all the teams coming from the left. I see 4 teams getting up here in the southern pier side. You know, this new area being added, giving another area to be played in the zone. You know, people really going for that part of the zone now. It changes the game quite a lot. But now so many teams gathering up here, there's a big fight about to happen.
Yeah, Sick Daddy Club are racing towards us. Can they get out of there? The vehicle wheels are all getting popped out as they're trying to get out there. Redak manages to get out of the car, but not able to get anywhere further, as Wally will get pushed on by PV Gaming, and PV Gaming will eliminate Sick Daddy Club out there, as well as MLCV2. So Sick Daddy Club doing a massive rotate there, not opting to pay, not really working out for them at this stage. And now the shots will get rained out as the Rusty squad getting eliminated a little bit there, but you've got the last member of Fury Crew, Medea, trying to see what he can do here, just on the edge. Needs to see if he can try and play through the Legends squad, as Franny will run over Old Cookie there. Can he secure the kill? Not able to do that, and the Rusty squad will get eliminated out in 14th position. Deathmark would have obviously heard this. Amigo still sitting in the compound for the custom squad. Not peeking out Deathmark at this stage, but Deathmark obviously going to be looking out for some more kills here. Got 3 to his name, 3 for the team. Will spot out Old Cookie, maybe being knocked over there. And he spotted Headshot. Did take a couple shots over to him. Gonna eliminate Old Cookie. And Headshot will take on the fight towards him, but the Deathmark will win out that fight. And Deathmark will move up to 5 kills here for against all odds, as Legends will get eliminated in 13. Medea will crash onto Survivor Fighters, eliminate Shiligami. And now if we will just go there, Molotov will come out there from the members of Survivor Squad. And now the Rusty Killer Clowns have actually moved into this compound where Amigo is, and this is going to be interesting. That's an interesting rotate coming out from them. Deathmog just playing up there. Amigo can obviously hear Punisher on the opposite side here. Ubercirc going to be rotating into this next building, and I think he's going to have a little bit of surprise here when he comes out. Obviously they spotted out. Punisher might be the first person to see this. Timing of the essence here for Custom Gaming will eliminate them. Ubercirc will peek onto this and will eliminate Custom Team out in 11th position. As Deathmog will obviously hear the fights continue over here. Just spotting the back of Ubercirc. And won't be able to do anything for now, but he's got the 5 kills for his team. I think he'll be quite happy with the way things have gone. But now Survivor Fighters onto PV Gaming in the background here, as Dose will take out Storm. Will confirm that kill onto him as well. And Mac Vegas also getting taken out there, leaving just Prime left to fight for PV Gaming. MLC V2 though, having a good time of it. Just going to be watching as Ubercirc does get taken out there by Deathmog. He's got that MK in his hands as well, so he can eliminate and quickly try and see if he can secure the kill onto Ubercirc. I'm going to stick with Deathmog for now as he throws out a Molotov. Ooh, this could be a fantastic Molotov. So close. That Molotov was so close towards the killer claw, as Deathmog will get another kill, pushing himself up to 7 kills here for against all odds, as Killer Clowns will get eliminated in 10th position. Medea trying all that he can to get inside the zone, but Survivor Fighters looks like they're going to be... Oh, brother Slayer. Slayer will get taken up by Medea there. Good shot coming out there. Good spray control coming out there. His Brothers in Arms will get eliminated out in 9th position. And Medea will get eliminated out in 8th as he bleeds to the zone. Deathmog playing his opposite at the back here. Not much cover here as Griffin spotted him out. No, not yet, as Get Wrecked will get Millie. And a quite game here for JMSP at this stage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think they were sitting on the right side of the map, and because it was shifting to the right all this time, they didn't really have that much action coming towards them. I think they could have maybe pushed out a bit and gone for some more action, tried to steal some kills away. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're sitting in a central compound and they have a chance at the chicken, you know. So, I mean, some pros and cons, but definitely getting where they need to be at the end.
100%. Deathmog fighting his way through as Griffin will get Mr. Beef Truck there with a M24 shot. They do spot out Deathmog from behind, and they will get the contact there. Some good shots coming out here from Griffin with that M24. Getting those little bit of shots there as Millie scopes in towards Deathmog, and they do spot out Deathmog just on the side. Then Griffin will eliminate Deathmog out in 6th position there with the M24. Team Wolves up to 4 kills now. And I think they're going to be happy with the way that they're performing in today's scrims. Definitely, as Prime now needs to try and fend off the rushing of the Red Shadows. Ace just playing on the opposite side here with IWC inside the building, and MLC V2 obviously playing for the end position here as the zone has shifted away from him. Yeah,
I was thinking that MLC and Red Shadow were going to fight for the next zone, but it seems like Red Shadow has spotted that the northern side of the map is still open and they have a reach to play there. So I think MLC would probably be able to get into the zone unarmed. That depends if Warwolf gods will be gatekeeping them or not.
Yeah, you can see Wolf has spotted out the members of Free, but the M24 shot coming on to Griffin. Is Griffin hesitant to take the shots? Shadow Warrior will instantly go for the race. So, not option just to take the shot. Maybe just take the shot, prevent them from this, but it looks like MLC V2 just going to try and crash onto this compound. We'll hit this rock just a little bit and jump out. Use this rock as protection as Yus has made it into the zone. The JMSP still inside zone here in their little compound, but like you said, Red Shadow making the rotation to the north here. Obviously spotting out that there's nobody on this side. Obviously still clearing it. You can see here they're busy just making sure that the Harry Potter is also kind of free. And this is a good ridge line, like you said, for them to play out of this.
But I don't think they noticed Prime coming sneaking up behind them. I know Prime spotted IWC. So he's going to be a real backstabber there if IWC does not turn around or hear him crawling up.
Yeah, IWC could be in a bit of a bother here. He is separated from the team at this stage as he now makes his rotation towards his team. And Prime can just play the sneaky snake at this point just to get himself further into this match. He's almost in a top 4 position, which I think they'll be happy with, as JMSP are taking quite a bit of shots over towards MLCV2 as Get Wrecked is playing a bit too freely on top of this building. Will now spot out Red Shadows making their rotation towards the north, and you know, this could potentially also just give a little bit of problems for the members here, as Griffin will get wrecked. Will also be giving some trouble towards Team Ball Wars as well, as they're trying to take on the fight with MLCV2 here, as Scrappy gonna be trying to get a bit closer here as Frizz makes a little bit of a mid up, and Prime has spotted out some of the members of Red Shadow, and he needs to try and make his way, but now he's going to try and rotate around there towards MLCV2. Interesting game coming out here for these teams, and just no one, I mean, such a difficult zone here for the teams on the outside at this point, as Get Wrecked. No one will actually get melee, and will confirm that kill as Get Wrecked tried to get that kill as well. Now Get Wrecked just playing on top of this rooftop here. Still, you'll spot out Frizz, take some shots over towards that. Does get a tag on towards them, and they're going to be rotating the way out towards, I would imagine, the Harry Potter. The vehicle wheel does get taken out, but now the Red Shadow is going to spot out all of MLC here. They need to see what they can do here. Does not able to, as Mr. Beef Truck intervenes in the third party there, and 2 members do go down for MLCV2 as Prime gets eliminated there in the background in 5th position. But the Red Shadows getting a little bit third-partied here. Needs to be careful, as now Scrappy does spot out the members of Red Shadow in the background there. Get Wrecked will take out Griffin in the background here, leaving just Shadow Warrior left to fend for himself as he's trying to get himself into the zone. Got that, still that mutant, but he's going to get tagged up here from JMSP, and Wolves will finish out in 4th position, leaving our 3 teams left here: JMSP, MLCV2, and Red Shadow. Red Shadow back up to 4-man squad, as now they need to try and actually get rid of Scrappy here. Scrappy just sitting on the side of here, just inside the Harry Potter, could be so deadly for the Red Shadows, but zone has shifted away, and all the teams except for MLC need to move into the zone, and this is quite open here.
Yeah, this puts Red Shadows in quite a difficult position, because no matter where they go, both teams will probably try to take them out first, because they are a full 4-man and they will be running in the open. So this will probably depend on how Red Shadows try to initiate this fight. If they want to probably push this Harry Potter, they are using it really well. So I think if they work together and push MLCV to the Sharpie, they might just get into the next zone.
Yeah, but MLCV2 as well, kind of also gating JMSP, which is allowing Red Shadows just to move themselves down here. Now they will hear this up, just spotting the head of Dose there in the background, so Scrappy will be able to get that, as AWC will be able to get that as the flash will come out from them. He will then rotate around, will spot out AWC and MLC. Scrappy will get eliminated there, as now Red Shadow's down and out in 3rd position, not able to get there now. Just 1 member left, and that's MLC versus a 3-man of JMSP, and JMSP will take out the chicken dinner with 5 kills in the end of the day.
You were talking about how JMSP were sitting in the zone for quite a while, not really having a lot of action. But then at the end of the day, being in the right spot to take the chicken dinner, having all of their utilities, still having their helmets and vests up, being able to take the fights at the end there, and then clearing the game out and taking the chicken dinner.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the zone kept on coming to them as well. So why, like you were saying, a lot of these teams are moving out of their compounds, maybe for loot or whatever the case may be, but moving out of their compounds further away, and then it keeps on centering on to the compounds they were holding. So, JMSP playing it out, it literally letting the zone dictate what they need to do, and in the end, a chicken dinner still scores you 10 points. They'll have It is 5 kills in total for JMSP in first position. MSI V2 will finish out in second position with 4 kills. In third was the Red Shadows, coming in with 4 kills as well. Team Wolves, I think, will be happy with the way things came out for them. Very difficult zone coming in from the south there for them, playing out in the open. They finish off with 5 kills in total, and PV Gaming rounding up your top 5 with 2 kills as well. But against the odds, Deathmark picking up 7 kills in that game is going to be a decent chunk of points.
Deathmark really hitting it hard with that amount of kills, really clearing the teams out and standing up for his team, making sure they're getting into that top 10 for Sunday.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that is the end of the third round of the evening. Guys, we'll be back very shortly for the last round of the evening for the pre-scrims. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have the leaderboard after 3 rounds. MLC still on the top there with 42 points. PV Gaming with 27 points. Looking further down the list here, we got pretty close between the, let's call it from 6th all the way down to 12th position there. Still all to play for to get into that top 10. We got Fury Crew who are in 10th with Wasp joint on points there with 12 points each. And Against All Odds just on 14, just above them as well. So still anything can happen. The top 10 still not confirmed here. I would say MLC are definitely going to be going in towards the next round. That's for sure on Sunday. But still a lot of teams there still going to be vying out for that top 10 position as we shift over towards the game. As we get a little bit of network lag there, but a south to north plane path, a very western plane path here, so it's going to change up a couple of things here, Viking.
Yeah, it's quite opposite from the previous plane path that was going up the left to Zorki. You know, all the people jumping around Primorsk, Gatka, Georgiapur side now need to go more to the secondary drops to get to other places, you know, because they won't be able to make the same drops they did in the first game.
Yep, 100%. And we can see a couple different drops coming out here. We can see already that, you know, Against All Odds sticking to their south little rotation here. We got also Customs still sticking to their normal drop that they had in the beginning here. A couple more teams down in Sovnovka Island. We got still Sick Daddy Club, JMSP, MLC V2, and PV Gaming, who's going to be sitting in Sovnovka Island here. And we can see, yeah, like you said, very different drops coming out from a lot of the teams. Rusty Squad, the Fury Crew, and Team Wolves all going to be sitting in Yasnaya and surroundings.
I'm wondering if this is going to be a military island. Okay, it's not.
No, it's not.
I spoke.
You spoke too soon. That would have been interesting. That would have been an interesting zone as well. But it's going to head on over to the east. And quite a few teams here sitting in towards school and apartments. We got MLC. The Killer Clowns have actually been pushed out of their apartment area with Brothers in Arms and MLC sitting in there. Survivor Fighters, sorry, Red Shadow going to be moving up into Rozhok there. But now the fight will be going over towards the Brothers in Arms and MLC as they all sitting around in apartment area here. And you know, difficult fighting in these types of areas here is Red Shadow trying to IWC trying to get away from Langyang as he's trying to really get away from him. Will he get the knock? He does get. Oh, he doesn't actually kill him. That is interesting as no. That is unfortunate for Langyang. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I've seen it once happen in PCS where I think Tiggleton hit someone with a bike head on and the guy didn't die. So I'm not sure exactly how the vehicle hit rates work, but that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, but Ibishek has got a gun here and they are trying so much to get it, but he does get a tag on there. Does Ibishek? He needs one more bullet and he will eventually get that, and he will run over IWC as well, and they will get into the compound and get some loot as well, as Red Shadows will lose one of their members quite early on. But that was interesting. He survived a vehicle run over there. So yeah, that's a rare sight in its own. As
yeah, quite unlucky because us having our pre-scrims now for the first time, you know, these teams don't really know each other. We've got some new teams coming in, so people don't really know each other's drop spots. So there's a lot of contesting going on. And with 4 teams dropping in the same location, I'm pretty sure IWC was going for a vehicle. But because of all the teams and the players landing around him, he had to pull off. And unlucky for him, he had nothing to go to.
Yeah, very unlucky. We got Sick Daddy Club already making their movement across the bridge here. He's going to have to go through JMSP. So interesting to see which route he takes here. He's going to be rotating around. I think he might just stay away from his compound. No, he's going to go straight into it and now get wrecked, and the code can actually gate this out. We'll be hearing the vehicle coming across. Shots will come raining out towards Sick Daddy Club, and now they're going to know, obviously, somebody's here. Tags do come out, but Mr. Beef Truck is, I think, a little bit... Ooh, Mr. Beef Truck could seriously backstab Sick Daddy Club here as he spots out Wally. Will tag up Wally a little bit there. We'll need to move back as Redak will return the fire towards Mr. Beef Chuck. More shots getting rained out there from the rest of JMSP onto Sick Daddy Club. Interesting that they stopped here though, not opting to just continue across the bridge. That'll be, I think, something they will look back upon maybe, just if this doesn't go their way. As
I think they were just trying to go for the fight. They haven't really had much fighting going on in their games. They're just getting shot down as they were rotating. But I think Mr. Beef Truck could have also waited for a more for a better timing to get some more potential out of this flank.
Yeah, he didn't give himself the best advantage there at all. As Born Slippy will take out Ghost Killer in the background, but Bluff is now hunting Mr. Beef Truck. I don't think Mr. Beef Truck is aware of this at this stage. Definitely not, as Bluff has seen him. He's only got the red dots on his SLR, but he can definitely, if he keeps himself unknown here for a while, definitely will be able to kind of backstab Mr. Beef Truck here. But I think Mr. Beef Truck has spotted him out. Yes, he has indeed. Mr. Beef Truck, obviously one of the members. Mitch Main might have spotted him out as well. He gets just to cover just in time, as Redak has been also just under half HP as well. Mr. Beef Truck looks like he's going to try and molly this one out. Molly's going to come out. Is this going to be a good Molotov? It's going to be a good Molotov. Is it going to burn Bluff just off? Just throwing a little bit too far there. But now he can try and beat Mr. Beef Truck. And he will get the knock onto Mr. Beef Truck, and Mr. Beef Truck will get quickly flushed out. JMSP will lose one member, putting this on a 3v2, as now they try and contest for this. But
Up in the north on Streamer Hill, the Rasi squad have actually pulled up on the Legends team after they got the kill on Legend. But now Headshot going for the kill, but getting knocked himself. Bone Slippy getting traded, and the Rasi squad goes down.
yeah, the Rusty squad goes down in 17th position there. The cover coming up from DVS and Orps on the hill there, but they did lose a member in that excursion, so the Rusty squad are able to pick up a point. I don't think it's enough for them to advance into the top 10, unfortunately for them. But I like to see that from Rusty squad, pulling up and taking the fight towards these guys. It shows that they're trying to take a little bit more fights out of this, and I like to see that, because the more they do this, the better they're going to get at it.
I mean, this is why we call it scrims, you know, it's here for them to practice, to get better. And the only way that they're going to do so is by taking these chances and learning from it, you know. So really well played for them.
Yeah, I commend them for trying to take that fight 100%, as Mitch Main will get knocked out here from Sick Daddy Club, and JMSP down to one member. Get wrecked, last member alive, does get spotted out, and can he finish out to Get Wrecked? Will get the knock onto Redak, and he will try and flush this out straight away. Yes, he does. And he'll put himself on a 2v1 situation here. Can Get Wrecked win this out? He is a bit low on his thing, but he will get another knock onto Sick Daddy Club here. He will be playing a Ring a Rosie here, as Bluff trying to spot him out, but Bluff will just be able to and get wrecked, and he'll be left on such low HP. 1 HP there for Bluff, and that's some tight fighting over there coming from there. But JMSP will be eliminated in 16th position.
We've got 2 people knocked here from MLC in apartments. Ooh. I didn't see how it happened, but no, I didn't see MLC being able to group with his teammates to revive them. Slayer already pushing to clear that and flush and knock. So MLC on the back foot from the start of this game.
Yeah, MLC having a good 2 first games coming out them. We're obviously winning out the chicken dinners, and I think Slayer will definitely confirm onto Bra. And this will leave now just Buzz, Gandhi, and Apache left inside their squad. Gasman will get a res from Rambo in the 1 compound, so it'll put them back up to full strength. And yeah, like you said, MLC a little bit under pressure here. Can still probably win this out. They just need to play close quarters here. And Brothers in Arms just need to make sure that they win out the Angels inside there, as the red squad, the red shadow, will be starting to make the movement as the zone is about to shift now, Where is the zone going to take us? And oh, that is such a hard shift coming out as well. That is one very hard shift. And MLC V2 are going to be the ones who are going to be benefiting out of this the most, because they only started rotation now, and they don't have far to rotate either. But we literally only got now we'll have 5 teams, 6 teams inside this. The rest all still have to make their rotations in.
I don't think any of the teams were expecting a hard shift like this.
Mm-mm.
You know, usually these type of zones will either go up to the fields of Yasnaya, maybe more to the left towards Potato Hill. I don't think we've seen a hard shift like this in quite a while.
Yeah, we haven't seen a hard shift like this, and this is good. It mixes things up a little bit, as well as the Wasps are getting a little bit, some shots getting taken towards them from Team Woolwolves up in Yasnaya. Against all odds, have made their rotation in towards the Harry Potter area. Interesting that they're going to go back here. Obviously, a point to prove. They got a little bit pushed on Sunday Scrims here by the Rusty Hellhounds. Also a little bit backstab from Sinister 5. That's the potential that you have inside this hill over here, playing inside here. But you can see PV Gaming also making their rotation here as well. Look at the rotations coming from the north here. We got Fairy Crew coming in. We got the Legends coming in. We're going to see the Killer Clowns also joining this along with the Wasps. A lot of rotation coming from the north. And you know, if you're a betting man, where Slick Daddy Club is sort of heading towards might just end up into the north here. We've seen a couple zones ending up by the Small Power, so it'll be interesting to see which teams would be trying to take this position.
Yeah, I would have wanted Slick Daddy Club to rotate even further in. You know, with
100%.
would have been more into the central compounds like Mansion and Shelter, and them being in the southern part already, they could have probably taken a more central spot early on.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you there. While he's busy trying to scout out the thing, you can see he's making his movement across the field here. We got Fury Crews making their movement. Custom also coming in. And I think a lot of these teams are in the same agreement as us at this point, all thinking it's probably going to shift down to the south here. Is a likelihood. We can, maybe we see another hard shift going up to the north. That would be interesting as well. But Red Shadow going to be taking some shots onto Fury Crew, and Fury Crew are actually going to take out the good compound here for themselves as Snake makes his way in, and they're going to be crashing onto the bottom of this compound hill here. Snake going to just also continue as Wally does get himself into the compound just adjacent from where Snake is at the stage. Brothers in Arms still making their movement. MLC no vehicles though, so it's going to be a tough for them to get into the zone, as now the fight comes in between Custom and the Red Shadows. One member of Red Shadows going down already, just leaving the 2 left as Ace takes some shots over towards the Customs, as Ace now gets tagged up a little bit more as well, trying to hide here. Just Hyrex not able to get that shot off on towards Ace, as he's now stuck in a little bit of a point. The grenades are going to come out. I don't think this is going to hit him at all. It doesn't at this point. That could be a good grenade. Does do 35 damage. He will get into his buggy. So use the smokes here. Done very well for Ace as he makes his rotation away from the Custom crew, as the zone shifts. It's not shifted yet. It is encroaching. It shifted already, yeah. So it is going to south as we expected. As now Red Shadows trying to get the Ace does get taken out there by Kinghorn, as Swifty tries to get himself into the building. Oh, does sort of get his vehicle into a bit of spot to bother here. Does Customs be able to see? We've got the trees in the way here. Maybe Light may be able to see the NX Wasps. Swifty just peeking out over there. Light not able to get that knock, but he is out in the open, and he's seen that as well. So you can see Custom out in the open. They knew it, so they retreated as quickly as possible as Kinghorn and Anonymous, or Kinghorn and I think Acid will now join the party here. And as we said, zone has shifted, and Fury Crew taking out the good compounds here, as the rest of the rotations now come in. Ops trying to make his way into the zone here. All through, check how much fire is happening between all these teams here. It's just a barrage of fires. The Killer Clowns are coming, and Kinghorn will eliminate some of the killer clowns as they make their rotation. Devil and I also trying to get themselves in, as well as Anonymous will knock out one of the members of Devil and I as well. More shots getting rained out. There's the Rusty Killer Clowns, and Devil and I are going to be rotating just behind each other here as well. Sure, so much rotations coming in from the north, and it's just gone full chaos as now Team Wolves going to be taking on Customs here. Hyrix going to be knocked out. Shadow Warrior will spot out Skoskirt and will try and eliminate straight away, leaving 2 members left for Custom. Amigo just sitting on the opposite side, does try and take some fire, but he's out and open. No one else going to be taking on the fight towards him. Oh, Medea from a far shot there will take out Shadow Wolf, and that's not going to be expected there for Team Wolves. Now Bad Girl and Griffin, what can they do?
Flank. I don't think Bad Girl or Griffin suspect Light moving so far around them.
No, 100%, as Apache takes our Slothy Monkey in the background there. But Light is coming across above Bad Girl and Griffin. They're not going to be expecting us, as you said. Going to be taking shots, not able to get Griffin just yet, but will be able to get that knock. And Bad Girl at such low HP as the grenade's going to come out, and I think this is going to finish out. The grenade's not the best grenade, but it might just do some more damage towards Bad Girl, as now Amigo going to be making his movement up as well. As Bad Girl going to go for the raise here, as Light will just spray through the smoke and eliminate Team Wolves out in 15th position. As the zone yet again shifted into this position now, as we said, and Headshot still playing this north here, trying to get towards his team. And we're going to see now a fight between Survivor Fighters and the Brothers in Arms inside Milto here. I'm going to try and take a view of what's happening here. Silly Gami will take out the ring. Rambo will peek out with his Vector. Not often we see a Vector being played as. Gasman gets blown up there by the vehicle from Django. He'll try and eliminate them as well. Rambo, you can spot them on the staircase here, leaving just Rambo alive here. It's gone all wrong for the Rusty, for the Brothers in Arms, and they'll be eliminated out in 14th position. And Survivor Fighters will survive with 2 members there, and it all went wrong there for Brothers in Arms.
Yeah, quite unfortunate that Survivor Fighters naded one of their own teammates as well, but at the end of the day, at least they only lost one of their players. But it could have been a really bad situation that they could have put themselves in.
Yeah, 100%. As now they take more shots over towards PV Gaming. As now PV Gaming make their rotation to here, and they're going to play the edge for now as they try and reconsolidate themselves. We've got MLC, Apache, and Buzz Gandhi will be sitting on the top here. We got Bluff and Wally in the opposite compound, with the Ferry Crew doing a 2-2 split on these 2 compounds here. Legends making still Headshot on top of this hill here. We'll spot out, I think, one of the members. He's got an Orm with him. So Mangabas, I think he has spotted him out. Could be taking a couple shots over towards them, as I see the MSL V2 making their way out of Milta Power. We got Custom still in it as well. No one will get taken out by the zone there. There's not much they could do for him here, but they're all inside zone as well. They need to
be careful with Dialogue pushing up behind him, actually watching him, but wanting to shoot.
Yeah, Dialogue is going to take the shots onto him now, and that's 2 headshots and a body shot, and that's going to eliminate Headshot out of the game there, and that's going to pick up a point there for Red Shadows, as Mangabas will play inside this in this little dip here. I think he knows of Customs just in front of him here in the Harry Potter, as now the Legends need to make their way in, but the Ferry Crew are gating this as well. DVS playing out in the open, does get knocked though by Medea, and Orps now needs to try and see if he can maybe salvage a raise here. I don't think there's time, but he's gonna don't try and peek that area now, as Orps I think is going to leave this alone. The zone is encroaching. No, Orps gonna go for the raise. Still maybe just enough time, maybe just to deny the point to FC more than anything else. I think DVS is going to get picked up, but I don't know if he's going to make it much further. FC Ferry Crew does have good sight lines onto this. I'm going to stick with Medea's little perspective here. We'll spot out DVS, and he's just missing the shots there, does Medea. Not able to get DVS out at this stage, but they do have the compound, the edge of the compound just to play with, as Customs get eliminated there out in 13th position. Anonymous doing some good work there for his team. On to 4 kills. So the young gun doing some good work here for the NX Wasps.
Yeah, it's good to see some new people and some young players coming into the scene. We have been playing the game for quite a while, and we don't expect people from that young age to really be playing this game. So really nice. I think also from Brothers in Arms, I think Gasman is also 12 years old. So I mean, it's really nice to see these young people enjoying the game and coming into the scene.
Yeah, 100%. As PV Gaming now taking a little bit of a fight over towards Survivor Fighters here. One member Survivor Fighters getting knocked out here. So shifting yet again, and we may just see this ending probably just off of this radio antenna here on this edge of this building. We don't often see it ending in the middle of this field. Could also potentially go to the edge of Milta Power as well, as Wally spots out MLC, and he will get the elimination onto MLC, and MLC will get knocked out in 12th, but they've secured their position in the top 10 no matter what happened coming into this. So we will see them on Sunday. Up to 5 kills here for Sick Daddy Club, and you know, Sick Daddy Club could potentially make it in depending on what happens with the rest of these teams here. Obviously we'll check what the scores are at the end. As 6-0 does get eliminated, as Mangabas will get taken out there by Acid. And this game, 6 kills here for the Was. Also, they were in 11th position. They will be happy with the way they're performing at this stage, as the Legends go out in 10th position. Madeir will get that one out, as Scrappy going to be taking some shots over towards PV Gaming. Storm on such low HP, as he now needs to make his rotation in, but I think that the Wasp may just get Storm here as he tries to make his way in. He's going to just park behind the building here, just not all the way in. Acid trying to see if he can throw the grenades. The grenades are coming out. Not going to be able to reach Storm at this stage, as the drop does land in the zone there. Also a drop there for Ferry Crew as well, as now against all odds going to leave their compound to play this hill, as well as Sick Daddy Club going to find out Mac Vegas, and he will get the race.
Against all odds, need to be careful here. If Dialogue from Red Shadow X speaks over this mountain, I'm pretty sure he would be able to see all 3 of them. You know, they feel pretty safe right now, but depending on, okay, it seems like he's just going to be sitting in the Harry Potter right now. Yeah, so against the odds, he's probably going to have to push Slick Daddy Club here in the open, and some of the solos still playing around will make the life rough for them.
Yeah, definitely, but Deathmark does get the last kill onto Survivor Fighters as they end up in 9th position. Storm will get found out by Acid in the background, and he will be eliminated. So now leaving just our top 8 teams here. Who's playing in here? MLC V2 sitting in there. I think also pretty much safe in terms of getting in through to the top 10 for Sunday Scrim. Ferry Crew, we were talking about it during the break as well. We've seen on this last week Sunday that they had some good aggressive pushes and good aggressive play coming out from Ferry Crew. We haven't really seen that today from them.
Yeah, I mean, last week I think they ended, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they ended in 3rd in Sunday Scrims against some of the stronger teams. And I just don't feel like they've found their rhythm today. They've been playing safe in the compounds, not really pushing and getting the amount of kills that they were getting on Sunday.
Yeah, 100%. I think they are just, you know, maybe just like you said, not getting into that rhythm at this stage. As against all odds now, trying to make a play for this compound onto Sick Daddy Club, and Dialect has been spotted out by against all odds, and Deathmark will spot him out, and Red Shadow will go out in 8th position. So they will we'll be left with 7 teams. We got MLC V2 still in it, like we said, with 1 man. PV Gaming really trying to fight this way out, and you know, PV Gaming being out of the competitive scene for a little bit now, obviously, and them coming back has really impressed me. They've seriously got a good read on the game, and they've come in and shown that they are a team to compete.
I mean, they're really like players that have been in the scene for quite a while. their new lifestyles and work schedules really not making it not enabling them to play scrims as much, but they're really showing that they still like the game, they still enjoy playing it, and they want to still be here, you know. So yeah, really showing that they still got it.
Yeah, 100%. As Bluff will jump out of the building here, as they're trying to weather the storm of against all odds here, as Wally did go down there to Slothy Monkey, and they're just playing on the edge of the zone here. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, looks like the against all odds are going to have to move out of this compound as well. Bluff potentially could get it. Slothy Monkey will get knocked out straight away. Venom will obviously heard Bluff moving across there as well, but there's not much that against all odds can do here. The zone will just stop on the edge here as Deathmark gets knocked out there by Swifter as well, and this will be 2 members of them down as Swifter trying to get the grenade onto this, and this could be a massive grenade coming out, and it does do some damage. Another grenade coming out does more damage as well, and against all odds do get into the shack here, giving them a little bit of cover, as Slothy Monkey will just hold the door for now, and all 3 will be up and at him yet again. But I think the Fury crew can definitely gate the against all odds here, as the rusty killer clowns will be trying to push up on towards PV Gaming, but Scrappy will steal one of those kills away, and Kinghorn will actually get Punisher from a very long shot there coming out there. Swifter will get knocked out there by Deathmog, and we'll go to that perspective now. Deathmog getting tagged up just a little bit. Venom trying to see if he can play, but this is cheeky. MLC V2 will get eliminated out in 5th position. Snake will go for the raise onto Swifter. Lethal Utility not getting to where they wanted to, but look at this. PV, the NX Wasp here doing quite a bit of work. Deathmark will take some shots over towards Kinghorn, and PV Acid will actually get Deathmark as well, just leaving Slothy Monkey now. What's going to happen here is now Slothy Monkey needs to try and see if he can get the raise. He's going to go for the raise straight away onto Deathmark, as Venom is bleeding out a little bit slower. 6-0. Schizo will take out Swifter there. Swifty, sorry. Oh, this could be such a good Molotov. So many actions happening on all fronts here. We're just going to stick with this point of view for now. Schizo. Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit?
It's interesting to see that against the odds were going up the mountain and leaving their hard cover of the shack. They were... luckily, Fairy Crew and Wasp started fighting and gave them the opportunity to get the revives up.
Yeah, 100%, because I think wouldn't have been the best thing. Oh, Deathmark gets M24 to the face there, and he's going to be knocked yet again. And you know, for against all odds here now, they're going to have to try and be playing against the zone here. They need to get themselves out of this. Fairy Crew are being fighting gallantly to try and get themselves away from this, as now the Wasps will try and there, but Mac Vegas will punish Acid in the background here. Will we be able to get the confirm onto Acid? Will be yet to seen, as it looks like now the against all odds need to make their movement now into the zone. Smoke will come out from them, but I think Swifter is going to play this edge here, as Kinghorn will be able to get PV Gaming out, and will leave our top 3 teams here. But against the odds, managing to get running, and Fairy Crew are just allowing this to happen. Deathmark will spot out Swifter trying to make his movement back. Snake will get knocked there by Deathmark as well. Deathmark now needs to make his movement, and I think he may just die to the zone very shortly, as Schizo going to be taken, as the Wasps now come in to join the fight as well. So much action happening between these 3 teams. Fairy Crew are just trying to take on fights from 2 different angles.
And it's definitely crazy. I mean, Anonymous here going to take the flushes on Fury Crew. But definitely, against all odds, being able to move into the zone is really something that I did not expect. I mean, I think from this opportunity, they're probably going to push up to this mountain, and they really have a shot at this game now.
Yeah, against all odds do have a shot as Acid has been knocked out here. Swifter will get eliminated there from Venom, and now it'll be a 2-on-2 here as Can the young gun gets it. He gets Stealthy Monkey, and now it moves as Kinghorn will try and push straight away towards Venom, as now it just leaves a 2-on-1. Venom, the last member alive for against all odds here. I just spot our Kinghorn here. Doesn't spot him as Anonymous will get a good headshot on towards Venom. His vest now cracked, and can the NX Wasps get themselves a chicken dinner win here, or can against all odds can Venom clutch this out for his team and get this all done? Kinghorn just going to be waiting for the peak now. No, doesn't spot out Venom, and he will be able to get the kill, and Kinghorn will win it out for the NX Wasps. 15 kills there for the NX Wasps.
Yeah, I think Anonymous there really played a big role in that chicken dinner of theirs, taking out player one after another, and really clearing the circle around them and giving them the opportunity to move into that final zone. So really well played from the Wasp that game.
Yeah, and Anonymous taking out 9 kills there for himself. They're really coming out there for the Wasp at the end there for them, and that should secure them in the top 10. That is for sure. We have then against all odds in second position coming up with 5 kills. Fairy Crew finishing up in third with 5 kills as well. PV Gaming will finish out in fourth with 1 kill, and MLC V2 will finish out in fifth with 3 kills. And that is the rounds done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. The top 10 will be decided. We will be posting up the scores. Take a look at the Discord for the announcements. Make sure that you just keep up to date with that. And then we will see you guys on Sunday. And Viking, thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been an awesome experience.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me, man. I really enjoyed having the opportunity, and I learned a lot from you.
Shot. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me and Viking for this evening. I will see you guys on Sunday. For the rest of the week, guys, stay safe out there. Be happy, be positive. And we will see you guys on Sunday. That's for sure. For the top 16 for PUBG Africa scrims. Until then, ciao for now.